Hey guys, it's Mari, and welcome to my YouTube channel.
Is that Mari?
Alright, as you guys I'm sure looked at the title of this video, Becoming That Guy During and After Your Transition. I'm going to give you guys a few tips really about what I've learned during my transition and also what I've learned even after, quote unquote, because technically a transition never is really over. You're always transitioning. It's so much of your life ahead of you. And as you really navigate your transition too, it's like a lot of things change very frequently, and it's very intriguing. Because I can say for myself personally, like from when I first came out as trans to like today's trans version of me, it's completely different. Not only because I learned a lot, but also just kind of just communicating and listening to my body too, you know. So today I want to just talk about a couple of things that I feel personally that has helped me become, quote unquote, that guy. When I mean that guy, I'm not saying like the shit. I'm just saying like I've been a lot more confident. I feel kind of like fearless, you know, just navigating and going out to the world. And I just take things, you know, head on a lot more. And I feel like that's what makes you become that guy. You know, you're not fearful of what's going to happen to you. You know, you're not wondering, you know, whether or not I'm going to make it to the next day. It's kind of just like, this is me, and I feel so fucking good. And that's exactly how I want you guys to feel after watching this video. So let's get started. All right, so the first thing I want to get into when it comes to being that guy is one thing that I felt like we've all done, at least so far. And if you haven't done it yet, just take the time to think about this and think about what you want it to look like. And that's going to be our appearance, right? For your appearance can encompass, a lot of different things, right? It can encompass a haircut, you know, maybe you get a new piercing, whether that be on your face, ears, belly button. It's really up to you. I really don't have no preference, and I don't judge, so it's really up to y'all what y'all want to do. Obviously clothing as well, and even really just like anything that obviously is visible to the human eye. That's the appearance piece, right? I know a lot of people personally who are trans, where they be like non-binary in a sense, or also, you know, trans men and trans women. Like I said, I know that my page is primarily geared towards trans men because obviously I am a trans man. I don't know the experience of a trans woman, although we have similarities, and also I don't know the experience of someone who might consider themselves to be non-binary. So I'm gonna do my best to try to make it as broad as possible for you all. But for the appearance for me, let me just start with myself first. When I first came out as a lesbian back in 2016, I first initially, when I went to college, dressed like very feminine, right? And then like 2 weeks later, I was a completely different person. Fast forward to 2018, I actually became more of a masculine energy because I knew that this is what I really wanted to do. Like when I decided that I wanted to transition, it was just like, this is what I want. This is who I'm going to become, and I want that for myself. At first, I was just doing a lot of different things. I was just trying on clothes because I seen it on like Instagram or something, and it just looked terrible for me personally. Now I try to keep it as simplistic as possible. Like I'm a very like chinos and white tee type of guy, maybe with a little jacket, something like this, you know, but nothing like too crazy. But I can say, like, as I kind of navigated what I wanted my appearance to look like, I can say it gave me so much confidence in one, who I am, but also like how I want the world to see me. So when I do go out and, you know, I'm going to the club, because I do work at a nightclub on Fridays, right? I just try to look as clean as possible. And even if like I'm going out like my family and friends, like having a nice little button down, a little V-neck, like I said, maybe just a nice, just chill, simplistic chino and white tee, I really be feeling like I'm that. I can't really say this because I feel like this is only really good for some people, but I be feeling like the shit, you know what I'm saying? So for you all, when it comes to your appearance, right, as a trans man, building that confidence with your appearance of like what you want people to see for you in the outside world definitely helps you just become, one, who you are, but also two, it just gives you like a confidence level that you just never ever expected to have. And I know there are going to be some viewers here today who might be in situations where they can't fully be able to like have the appearance that they want, right? Because they're living, at home with their parents, or they're just in terrible, situations to where they just don't have the ability to do that right now. If you can, try your best to make your style you without getting in trouble. And I know it's going to be very hard to do, and it's never going to be an easy challenge, but maybe just add a little bow tie to your shirt. Or, maybe instead of you just wearing like some flat shoes, put a nice little pair of sneakers on with your fit. You know what I'm saying? Just something to add a little touch of you until you can get to the level of where you have the time to put into your appearance and make you who you are. I can promise you right now that your appearance, once you get it to exactly where you want it to be, you're going to feel like a brand new human being. And like I said, from me 2016 to me now, it's completely different appearances, but also too, I wasn't as confident in 2016 as I am now in 2023. Damn, I'm about to get my years wrong. In 2023, where I step outside, whether I'm in the sweatpants and the hoodie, goddamn, I'm feeling fresh to death. And that right there is making me feel like I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? So appearance, first thing. The second thing I want to highlight is money. And of course, for those who are watching, I know everybody's circumstances can't be like mine. And I'm just going to highlight mine. I'm not going to go deep into it, but I'm going to highlight it because I want you guys to know, like, you could be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have the life I have, and I want you to have the life that I have. I don't want you guys to feel as though like I'm being like, nah, y'all can't be like me. Like, nah, I'm not. That is not me. I want you guys to listen to my story and be inspired to go out and have the same type of lifestyle that I do. So here we go. Money. For money, I have a positive net worth. And if I had to give you like a range of net worth, let me just say it's definitely in the 6-figure range, because I own a home under my name. I live in this house by myself. I love where I live. I live in like a suburb of Atlanta, so it's a very nice, quiet neighborhood. I got nice neighbors and everything like that. So that helps obviously generate my net worth. I also used to work 2 jobs at one point, and I just work 1 now. But I do own some side businesses as well. Like I said, I'm a professional speaker, and I also am an entrepreneur. I own a business, and I'm adding to that business as well. So you guys will kind of get a hint on that when that's finally up and running. So having at one point those 2 jobs, meaning I had a 401k, they were full time. I was making good money at both. I can say about almost double figs for the month at that time when I was working 2. So right now it's back to like the singles, but it's like still 5 figs, you know what I'm saying? So it's still good money. And then, like I said, my 401k, I maxed those out. So I got good money in my 401k right now. That's 1. And then also 3 technically, I own an electric vehicle. So I do own a Tesla. My car gets me where I need to be. I save a lot of money, not only on gas, electricity, and also my car insurance. All that obviously stems back into my net worth. So adding all the things, those are just like my 3 highlights. Adding all that together really just helped me realize the financial gain that I have. And like I said, being a black trans man in America. So let's just start there. So having all that and having a positive net worth that's worth almost a good 6 figures. Let's just say that you can do that. Like I said, for me personally, I got my degree in IT, so I have a technical background, and I've been working in technology since then. But depending on whatever education that you have, you can make good money. Whether that be you being an influencer, because obviously influencers right now is like the hottest thing on trying to make cash. It's not going to say it's a quick money grab, but like I said, you can make good money. You have endorsements, people want you to be places, sponsorships, all kinds of stuff. So you can really make good money being an influencer. If you do have an educational background, working in corporate America, I'm not a fan of corporate America, but goddamn, I work in it, and it make me good money. And especially since I work in the tech field. If you are interested in working in tech, I absolutely highly recommend just getting like a certification and just like stacking them up and then just applying to hella tech jobs with that certification. A lot of jobs are hiring for tech fields no matter what. So you can get a good job in tech. If you're like a chef, maybe you want to be a nurse and things like that, all these professions out there are available to you guys with really little to no money. Like everything is free. Google is free. YouTube is free. Like, all this stuff is online. You know what I'm saying? Just take the time. You know, just check it out. And then also too, of course, like I said, being an entrepreneur. You know, if you got some creative idea, just take that shit and like run with it. I have had thousands of ideas in my brain, and all of them either have been successful or they failed. None I would say failed, but I just been too lazy and I procrastinated. So let's just say that. But just take it, you know what I'm saying? Take that idea, run, and just make the cash. You guys, like I said, can be just like me. Like, I didn't do anything fancy or nothing like that. I just navigated life as normal. And with that, like I said, just blessings have come out of that. And you guys can have the same amount of blessings as me, and I want you guys to have the same amount of blessings as me. So just be very smart with your money. Take those ideas, take that job, take that career, take that skill, put it to use. And then also too, just invest in the right things. Definitely investing in the right things can help you get your network up, and also too, just provide you with a better lifestyle, if not now, absolutely in the future. Hopefully you'll be able to retire early. So, you know, I'm trying to be on that pace, so just stay with me. I'll give you an update when I'm probably like 55, if I'm still making YouTube videos. Next thing I want to highlight is charisma. Now, I will tell you from a personal experience, charisma for me, I think, has always been there. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. I'm saying that because I don't do shit. And like, my friends could tell y'all, if you ever meet the person, you ask like, is Amari, you know, very charismatic, you know what I'm saying? And I think it just naturally happens for me. Like, I really just be trying to help people, and I'm just naturally nice. And I think that just attracts everybody, and I mean everybody, from straight men to lesbian women to gay men to non-binaries to the trans pop, everybody. And like I said, I'm not doing this because I want to be like that. Like I said, I just naturally like that. So I'm just naturally nice. I flirt by accident. I don't mean to. For some people take my charisma and they kind of flip it, turn it, and reverse it, or whatever Missy Elliott said, and they just run with it. I can say, like, before I transitioned though, I was still attractive. Like, men still want to talk to me. I still have boyfriends and things like that. But I can say, after I transitioned and I was on hormone replacement therapy for as long as I have now, and even when like I first started off for a little bit, I had the beard coming in and everything. Like, the level of people who have come to me so far and like, hey, I want to get with you, has skyrocketed probably like 300%, maybe even more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about the personal conversations. I'm talking about even from social media and etc. So honestly, I feel like my charisma, like I said, is just natural for me. But for you all who might have a hard time with that piece, I just honestly just recommend you being you. Like, you shouldn't have to really force being attractive, if that makes sense. Like, don't do too much, because I see people do too much, and I'm very concerned when I see it in person, because one, it makes me cringe. So let's just start there. But also two, it's kind of just like, you shouldn't have to do too much. Like, if somebody likes you, they're gonna like you for you, and you should want somebody that likes you for you. So like I said, for me it's natural, but if I had to give advice on it, I would really just say, like I said, just be you. Don't force nothing. Don't be extra. Don't be thinking that because you are the person that you are, that you need to do more. Don't be the typical alpha male. I really want to stress that, because I feel like a lot of people, when they transition, they decide to be like, I have to do what I've seen my entire life when I had the perspective of men, right? And I'm gonna tell you right now, from my experience, but also from the thousands of trans men that I've known in my lifetime so far, there is no right or wrong way to be a man. Like, if I do say there's a right way to be a man, I would probably say it's just, one, having like hospitality, chivalry. Two, just being extremely like kind and willing to just help in whatever way possible. Three, a family man. And if you don't like your family, I understand. At least a family man is some people that you actually like, a friend man or something like that. But then also too, it's kind of just like, just having empathy. too as well. Like, I've seen terrible examples of men in this generation, not just like this generation, but I mean like in this decade. And it's like, that's terrible. The way people think is terrible. And it's because they've been taught these terrible ass values and ideologies and beliefs, whether that be from religion or just plain stupidity from men and or women that they grew up with and been around. And it's a terrible example of what a man should be. So I want you guys to know that to be a real man, to me, it's legit being, like I said, having chivalry, empathy, and just having a big ass heart. You know what I'm saying? Just have that, and I feel like the charisma will come. You know, set different examples of what men should be. Like I feel like I set great examples of what a man should be, and like I said, I'm a trans man, so that's a damn shame that I've been around men who don't give me manly vibes. They give me like, I already know a word, but they just terrible ass examples, and it's just like, how am I more of a man than you? You know what I'm saying? So just think about that. Think about those three things, because that really helps you, one, with that charisma piece, but also, like I said, just being like a real man, you know what I'm saying? Or being the man that you have in mind, or that you had in mind before you started your transition. Like, that's extremely key. Like, I stress that so much to people that I know when they go through their transitions, because it's just like, don't be a dick. And don't be the dick that you grew up with, or that you see, or that you portrayed in movies and whatever. Wherever you got them terrible ass examples of what a man should be, scratch all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just have some compassion. Like I said, some empathy in a heart. You know what I'm saying? And all that will come. All that will come. And that, you guys, is really my pointers of how to become that guy during and after your transition. Like, it's going to be a process. It's definitely going to be a journey. And it's definitely going to have its ups and downs. But if you really just take into consideration all those things that I discussed, and I know that technically, like what I explained for like during and after your transition, for those three things that I did highlight today, can happen really at any point, whether that be before, during, and or after. It's really just more just like taking in, like I said, what you want your view of your transition to be. Like, what do you want for yourself? What man do you want yourself to be? And just taking those three things and just like making it just like your own version. Like I said, don't let nobody tell you there's a right or wrong way. Like, I've seen terrible Twitter debates of what trans men should and shouldn't be doing. And goddamn, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. Like, the point of us having this type of fluidity and gender is to take benefit of being the exact person that you want to be. So like I said, don't listen to what social media, the movies, your mama, your daddy, whoever tells you what that looks like, unless they're obviously good examples. You know, like, take that opportunity to have that fluidity and explore it. You know what I'm saying? Explore it, enjoy it. Like I said, there's no right or wrong way. So just do it in the way that you want, and I promise you will become that guy. And like I said, you're gonna love the hell out of it at the end of the day. So with that, I appreciate you guys checking out my video. Stay tuned next week for a brand new video. I don't know what the title is going to be yet, so you're just really going to have to wait on what it's going to be. So with that, please like, subscribe to this channel, and share really with everybody. You know, like I said, there's no right or wrong way. So just go ahead and just spread this video, give it its wings, and just let everybody know that there's positivity coming out of this video, and they should enjoy it too. You know what I'm saying? So I hope to see you guys at the next video, and I'll see you next week. Peace.